This was a chance to actually go to war for a reason other than oil, and the left should have been all for it. And it was also a chance for
the left loves the war.
Well, no. The thing is it's like the left is always saying we go into the Middle East and we fight them for their oil, but this is a case where it would have been just because the guy was a jerk and it was time to deal with them.
Totally, yeah, that's a great reason.
And the oil prices would have gone up, and it would have been UK's
awesome.
contribution.
It's like Kyoto.
Can I get to our guest? Congressman, honestly though,
there is something I wanted to say in response to all that. Check, please.
Very good. Somebody's got a writer.
Well, you guys could have been cheering for the little guy, which in this case, when you're dealing with Iran versus Britain, would have been Iran, because geographically speaking and population-wise, Britain's a smaller country.
Rachel, you step on little guys daily.
Let's talk to the congressman. Side, finally.
So let's talk about campaign fundraising, because that's lots of fun.
It is a lot
and I think it's something we can all agree on, that we're spending way too much money. Yes. Obama right now has raised $25 million. Hillary has raised $26 million. Congressman, where are you at now? About 60, 70 million?
Well, yeah, right. I'm still working my counting tables, okay? But I will tell you that anybody out there who's feeling kind of guilty of conscience that they haven't supported me, go to Kucinich.us right now. There's still time. Operators are standing by to take your call.
The only thing that I find interesting, though, on college campuses, the only time you hear about this is when it involves Cheney or Ann Coulter or Karl Rove. That's the thing. But no, that's my point. That's my, you never hear, like college Republicans or conservatives never have the time or energy to go out and pelt, I don't know. But I want to talk about pot, especially with the congressman. I love talking about pot with anybody. New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson has just signed a bill to legalize medical marijuana. That means it'll be now available for people with such diseases as cancer and glaucoma and other ailments that I can't quite remember because, well, I'm sick myself.
This was one of them.
What do you think, Congressman? You think it was a good deal? Good thing to do?
I agree with Governor Richardson.
Yeah? Would you do the same thing? Have you done the same thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, I've done my research.
No, have I? No. Time out.
Yeah?
Never have.
Oh, I didn't
no
ask
interest
you.
in it.
I didn't ask you whether you did drugs. I asked you whether you would sign a bill.
I wanted
Okay.
I heard you.
Yes. I wasn't reading the question.
Could be misleading or taken.
Okay, maybe I was. All right, let's go down the whole list. Heroin. Have you done heroin?
No.
No. Cocaine? Have you done any poppers? I swear you took some poppers for me at the Rawhide about 1987. Enough about this. But the reason why I'm interested in this topic is I think that legalization of drugs...
This is my chance to break through tonight, but I can't answer.
We actually had some acid put in your coffee earlier. It should be hitting in a minute.
Congressman, can I ask you, because we've got about a minute left, what do you think are the major issues of the upcoming election?
Peace, number one. You know, we went into war based on lies. I was the only one in the I'm the only one running for president. Not only voted against the war, but also has consistently voted against funding the war and has a plan for peace. I think here in New Hampshire, where the people have had it up to here with the war, by the time you get to the end of this campaign, people are going to be looking to my candidacy to take America in a new direction, rejecting war as an instrument of policy, and refocus on the domestic issues like providing health care for all. I have a plan for that too. H.R. 676 for not-for-profit health care, Medicare for all. Peace and prosperity are linked together, and that's what I'm carrying my message forward with.
We need to sedate Rachel before she jumps
I love how he dropped. I love how he knew he had a minute left, and he says, "We went into war based on lies," and then said all this other crap.
Sedative.
And now we have to go to a
injection.
break, right?
Thank you, Congressman. If you want to see more of Congressman Kucinich, go to his website, which is Kucinich.us. Correct?
Kucinich.us.
You got it. Thank you for coming. Hope to see you again soon.
Rachel, when Bill says the Republican Party plays semantic games as much as the Democrats, he's not equating them with terrorists.
Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome, Bill. Odd that I actually had to say that. Campaign fundraising. Obama's right on Hillary's tail. Look, if you've seen Hillary, you know being right on her tail doesn't necessarily mean you're close to her.
For shame. For shame.
I am outraged.
I'll be here all 2 minutes. I'm sorry, Rachel, but people who believe in gun rights have a very healthy respect for life. That's why we believe that everyone has the right to defend his or her own life.
So the more the merrier. The more guns, the better.
Exactly. Thank you for agreeing. Oh, and nice job calling what the congressman said crap. I think we can assume he won't be coming back.
I call it as I see him, all right?
You can disagree with someone without calling what they say crap. I do it every night.
You guys, if it wasn't for my grandparents' ashes, I would literally weigh 500 pounds. I mean, I don't know if this is just me. It seems like, everyone's judging Keith, but I find it to be very rewarding. In fact, I have to go to the bathroom right now. TRB.
Get on some of that finely aged ash.
Do people now have to put it in their wills that they don't want to be snorted upon death?
Yes, they do, Rachel.
I would, if I died and was cremated, I would like to be snorted, preferably by Reese Witherspoon.
I would like to take you as a suppository after you died.
I said it. Nothing to add here at all.
We don't have to wait for death.
Well, Greg, I would say this.
All right. On that note, I'd like to thank Jason Matera for coming along, and as well as Michelle Collins. It's a pleasure having you both on.
Thank you.
And we'll have you guys on again.
After that, they ain't coming back.
And when we come back, we'll be talking to my mom, and we'll find out a new way to drink beer. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, and how are you?
Well, I feel sorry for Karl Rove. You know that they threw cans and all kinds of crap at his car. I mean, what is this world getting to? And then Pelosi goes over to that lovely country, and it's like Queen Maria or something. I mean, this really, things are backwards.
They are backwards.
I mean, we should be treating our good guys better. Karl Rove, who is some that should be respected.
He should be respected, especially after his rap last week, Mom.
Yes. Oh, yes, his dancing intrigues me.
Yes, his dancing intrigued you.
Oh, yeah, I think he's wonderful. Then Keith Richards says this thing about him smoking his father with Oh, that's really pitiful. But he says he was just joking. Oh, God, I hope so.
You don't believe he did it? I think he did it, Mom.
I do, too. He's probably high now.
Mom, if you were to die and be cremated, you wouldn't want to be snorted, would you?
Oh, please. Oh, don't make me ill.
I'll put you in an urn.
So I can't return.
Exactly. Okay, Mom.
Well, now you take it easy and get healthy and give me a ring and let me know how you are.
I will. I'll do that later.
All righty. Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Joshua Tullen from Chesterfield, Michigan writes, I love your weirdness. The show makes more sense than all the other shows at your time. There are none. And I can get laughs. I can get laughs while I'm watching it. News and laughs. I get my cake and eat it too. Randy Abair from Winooski, Vermont writes, did Bill swim to last night's show? If not, I'm afraid to ask what kind of hair product he's using.
It was gel I made from my own person.
Thank you, Bill.
I'm still looking.
Bill Schaefer from Lincoln, Arkansas writes, will you buy a chair and sit down? You freak me out sometimes. I think you're going into an MC Hammer routine. I'm sorry. If I sit down, I fall asleep. I got to stand. I got to dance. Christine Olson from Flagstaff, Arizona writes, I love the show. I'm reminded every night not to squint for fear of looking like you in another 10 years. Oh. And she's probably 50. And who knows if another presidential hopeful wants to be on. I doubt it. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. Time now to see what's in store for tomorrow morning. Story meetings with Andrew Levy. Where are you, Andrew? Save me.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey, I got a quick tax tip for your mom.
Yeah?
Don't mention your gambling winnings on the air. Coming up tomorrow, flushed from their success in eliminating the phrase global war on terror from the 2008 defense budget, congressional Democrats turned their eye towards Guantanamo Bay, which apparently will now be known as the Git Motel. Then the proprietors of the Git Motel announced their two new slogans. Git Motel, guests check in but they rarely check out. And for the ultimate escape, come to Git Motel. We promise not to tell your boss or anyone else that you're here. Plus, the souvenir shop at Git Motel launches a new t-shirt. I spent the summer at the Git Motel and all I got was this lousy jumpsuit. This replaces the poor selling all I got was this lousy charred testicle shirt. And then Red Eye travel correspondent Clint Brownfield gives an unfavorable review to the Git Motel, complaining that the toilets seem to always be blocked up and calling his stay there sheer torture. And finally, in a last-ditch effort to drum up some favorable PR, Git Motel announces that all guests will receive complimentary turn-down service for all their appeals and free bottled waterboarding for the length of their stay.